Hello and welcome to Monday Night Stamping. I just love Monday nights and spending this time with you. This is a place where we come together to chat, to connect, and to craft. We encourage each other. In fact, you people are likely what keeps me going. You encourage me, you cheer me on, and you give me input and feedback when I need it. So thank you so much. If you're if you're new, welcome, welcome. We're so glad to have you joining us. And if you're coming back for a second, third, or many, many times, I am delighted and so glad that you're doing that. So I don't know about you, where you're at, but spring sort of feels like it's in the air, and I'm hoping that we're not going to see any more of that white stuff. We can see patches of green grass and that kind of thing. And I am just craving flowers and color and all those kinds of things. So as I go down to my desktop, maybe you could share not only hi, but your favorite flower. It doesn't have to be a springtime flower, but your favorite flower. And we will just go down to my desktop here as we go. As you know, I love my tulips and daffodils and things like that. But one of the flowers I really like in the springtime, and my sister-in-law put me onto this years ago, is primula. I love to have 2 or 3 pots, usually 3 if I can get away with it, pots of primula on my kitchen windowsill. And I just love the color. They bring vibrant color, and they tend to be available in the springtime. So that's what I am loving. And for some reason my Zoom isn't working, so let's see what we can do here. No, that's not going to do it. So sweet peas, yes. Oh, I love sweet peas too. And as you know, we grow a few here during the year. So that's always a favorite. So thank you, everybody. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Lillian Kemp with Stampers Niche, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Alberta, Canada. Hence the fact that we are still waiting for spring to really, really arrive. Just making sure the computer's up. I invite you at this time just to like, share, subscribe, or depending on what device you're watching on, but just give some feedback, and that helps me out. Now, as you can see here, I have the new annual catalog. Yes, I have them in the house, and if you are in Canada and don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, reach out and I can make sure that you get one in your hands. I am in love with it. I love the layout. I love the product. I also love the samples. There's a few I've already started to case. I also like all the tips and tricks in it. So reach out, either just message me, or you can fill out this form here. You can scan the QR code or go to this website here and request it. No matter how you reach out, I'll get back to you, and you can get your own catalog. Because I don't know about you, I just love to have them. The other neat thing that's happening right now, May 6th, is not only a new catalog, but there will be new online items. There will be new kits, all that kind of thing. So just super fun. Now, I'm taking part in a couple of swaps with some of the new things, and one swap involves this stamp set. This is not my swap card, but involves this stamp set. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you who gave your feedback, because I asked, should I put the bow on it or not? And sometimes when I'm creating, I hum and haw. I started out with putting it there, then I moved it up here, then I took it right off. And you gave me tons of feedback saying, just leave it off, Lillian. The simpler, the better there. So you're getting a little sneak peek of something that's coming. You're also seeing paper that is setting a new record. This is the Perennial Lavender paper. it's going to be in the new catalog for the third time, 3 years. So I've never seen designer paper stay 3 years. This is a first as far as I can tell. So that being said, that means there are certain things that are retiring. So when things retire from the online or from the catalogs, because we have the mini retiring too, they are now going to what's called last chance, and they are only going to be in the last chance category until they're gone. And once they're gone, they're gone. And so I don't know about you, but I'm not very computer literate. I am learning. It's always a learning experience for me. But I wanted to show you some things I discovered. So if you go to my website and you click on the 3 lines, I've talked to you many times about the 3 lines, but if you click on the 3 lines and then you click on Shop Now, and it'll look different on whatever device you're on, but you can figure it out for whatever device. There some ways or other. Then I'm going to click on these 3 lines, and now it's not coming up the same way it came up just moments ago, of course. Okay, let me just see here. What am I doing differently that I didn't do before? Let me just try this again. I'm going to go to Shop Now. I was going to be so pleased here. Here we go. So if you go down from the 3 here and you go to Specials and you see Last Chance Products and you click on that, these things here, Filter, View, Sort, those are really, really valuable. For example, Sort, you can go from newest or from oldest or by price range, that kind of thing. Filter, here you can look at what's available, what's on low inventory. But if you go all the way down, you can click on, for example, what's the last chance item from the annual catalog or from the mini catalog and that kind of thing. So you can choose your categories. So just take some time to explore around the website. If you find it overwhelming, click on some of those lists and you might find some of those sorting tools helpful. I didn't even know they existed till not very long ago. So I'm quite in love with them right now. I'm really loving that. So last week we made this card here with this great little pocket on it and this fold. And I was introducing you to my Grow with Love class to go. So this is just, time is running out to register for this. I've loved the enthusiasm that everybody's showing. So I filmed the first video today and the second video will be filmed tomorrow, and then it'll be ready to send out to everybody. So make sure that you register if you would like to take part in this class. You can use your own materials, or you can purchase the kit packet, or you can get the, if you already have this die and stamp set, or you can use what you have. All right, speaking of new catalogs and online exclusives and all those fun things, we're going to look at a few new things tonight. So these are going to be the new in colors. And at first I thought, oh, I'm not so sure. But then I started looking at them with our other colors, and they're just amazing. The more I play with these, the more I am in love with them. And they are all quite different from things we have. I looked at this first and I thought, oh, that's pumpkin pie or peach pie. No, it's not. It's actually different. So these are the new in colors, and we're going to see them in action just a little bit. Some of you are saying, are you having an in color club this year? Yes, I am. Information about that will be coming later. One other new thing that we're going to play with tonight, because as you know, I am really low on designer paper. I know, gasp, some of you are just rolling with laughter right now. But I had made it my goal a few years ago to really start using my designer paper and not be just a collector. And I guess I've been pretty successful because I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel. So we're using some new designer paper that's coming May 6th. It's called Florals in Bloom designer paper, and it has a huge range of colors. Quite a few of the new in colors and the in colors that will be returning, like Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink and Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash, that all Peach Pie. So this is just great. So let me show you this, and it might meet your need for a feeling of spring and flowers, because just look at all the flowers on here. So we've got this, and you know me, I'm not always, when I'm crafting, a flower person, but for some reason I'm pretty low on anything to do with flowers, and this paper just is making me very happy. So that is the floral side. Now let's flip it over, and we've got the more generic side. So we've got all of this. Look at the cloud cover there. Beautiful. Strawberry slush. Something sky. What is the name of that one? Secret Sky. Secret Sea, pardon me. I always want to call it sky. It's Secret Sea. So that's the paper we're using tonight. In fact, we are going to be using this paper right here. So you can see the two sides there. So if you're craving spring and flowers and color, that might be something you are interested in. That paper has, like I said, all of these colors in it. So there we go. I'm also using a stamp set that's pretty new. It's in the online exclusives, and it's called You Are Remarkable, and again, it's flowers. It's got fabulous, fabulous words. Friends are flowers in the garden of life. You are remarkable in every single way. I've used that so many times already. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. Isn't that true? And this flower, you can stamp just the image, or you can stamp the image and then color it by just stamping over top, like that. And this is for the center. Or you can use these on their own. So there are tons of different ways, and you could always color this with your markers or your blends or whatever. But tonight we're going to add in a fun fold as well. So we will just get started and bring in what we're going to use. So we're going to start with a piece of that designer paper, 5.5 by 5 3/4, scored at 3 3/4. Now that's a very close measurement. So let me just show you. We're going to put the, it's 5.5 this way. So height-wise, it's 5 3/4 across. So with the 5 3/4 at the top, score it at 3 3/4, like that, right there. Okay, now we're going to fold that, and we're going to get that look right there. I'm just taking those measurements off. I'm going to bring my bone folder in and just burnish that fold right like that. I love that together, don't you? What do you think? Do you like those colors together? Give me a thumbs up if you think those colors look great together. Then we need a card base, and I was looking at this and I played around with some colors, and I decided to go with Petunia Pop. Shy Shamrock would look good, Bubble Bath would look good, Secret Sky, Cloud Cover. There were so many choices, sometimes just far too many, but I decided to go with Petunia Pop, and it is 4 1/4 by 5. So it is the size of a regular size card, but it doesn't open. We're not folding this. It's just going to be our card base. So what's going to happen is this is going to go on here. We're going to have borders on the two sides, but it's going to be flush top and bottom. So that's where we're going with that. Don't you love it when a card shows both sides of the designer paper? Roz, you love this set? I do too. I love the words, fell in love with the words, and then this sort of reminds me of Gerber daisies, and I love Gerber daisies and how bright they are. So I was thinking of that as well. So then we also have a piece of coordinating cardstock. It could have been the same. I decided to go with the pink, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, scored in half at 2 3/4. So this is the 5 1/2. We've scored it in half at 2 3/4. So we've got that. And then we've got a couple of pieces of white cardstock cut out with my newest favorite dies, these and the arches. So these are the textured note dies. Now I made other versions of this card and I made this a little bit bigger, but I changed the sizing for this so that I could center it and it would still have equal borders. So that's why the measurements are slightly different for this one. So we've got 2 of those, and then we just have a few other scraps and that kind of thing. So let's get started. So we're going to get started here, and we're going, oh, I thought we got them mounted. Bring in some of the ink. And I am going to be using Shy Shamrock, Bubble Bath, I think, Petunia Pop, and Basic Gray. I might have been trying to make up my mind between Bubble Bath and Petunia Pop, so I might not be using it. We'll see. It might be that I forgot what I'm doing. Then because these are photopolymer stamps, I like to bring in the cushion to stamp on. Technically on a glass mat you don't need to, but I know many of you don't have the glass mat yet. Someday you will, because you're going to love it. So make sure that when you're using the photopolymer, the clear stamps, you're on a mat of some sort. And we're going to bring in the stamps, and we're going to start with the outline. So now the outline can be stamped in tuxedo black, but sometimes I like it to be a little bit softer, but still there. So I'm going with Basic Gray this time. And we'll ink it up. Like that. And we're going to make this the focal point of the card. So there we go. We have it like that. And now we have the outline. I love the outline of this stamp as much as anything else, I think. So we'll close up the Basic Gray right now. Now this is where you could color however you wanted if you didn't, or you could leave it plain. We're going to color it by stamping, and this is what actually got me hooked on Stampin' Up! Way back when. It's called two-step stamping, and it's gone even further because I don't know if you can see, but the stamps have, let me see, variegated, so some will be darker than, and some will be lighter, and so it's just going to be neat. Now this is going to look really dark when I first do it, and it will lighten up as it dries. So I'm going to be looking at some of these little points, lining them up with that, and if I'm not exact, I'm not going to worry about it. It's got a watercolor look. So just like that, I have got that colored. I didn't spend any time. It just happened. Then I'm going to bring in the leaves. Oh, I'm going to slide that over. And before I get too carried away, I am going to, I'm not going to restamp it. I'm going to just use the second impression, so it's much lighter. I'm going to put that to there. Now I'm going to bring in the leaves. And I know I didn't put an outline there. I'm showing you two little versions. Oh, look, I put the leaves in the Petunia Pop. I don't think I want purple leaves on this card. I got Shy Shamrock out for a reason. Yay for my cleaning tool there. We'll close that up and bring in Shy Shamrock. Any green would work, but I just chose the colors that were in the designer paper. So we're going to start here. And again, line the leaves up, and it's much easier than you think. I remember the first time I ever did two-step stamping, I thought, there's no way in the world. But it works, just like that. And you can see the distinctive, so some of it's dark, some of it's light, some of it's got white spaces. And then I'm going to just do it again here. So it's really nice and light. So we've got those two looks like that. And then one of the things that I totally love is this little bee here. And we're going to have it, oh, I think like that. We'll use the gray on that again. So I'm curious, how many of you own this stamp set, or how many of you have it on your wish list? It's called You Are Remarkable. So here it is right here. So is it on your wish list, or do you own it already? It could be that I'm kind of late to the party here, but I'm just getting going with it. So we've got that much done. Now, Darling Duckling is the yellow in the paper, and I don't have the stamp pad, but I do have the pens, the markers. So I am going to bring in the center here. And so because I don't have the stamp pad, I can use my marker. And I'm going to use the brush tip. And I'm going to not use the tip of it. I'm going to use the side of it and use that as my ink pad. I have one client who goes away for the winter, and she says, my ink pads, they're too many to take, but I can take my markers. And so I can take all my colors with my markers, and she does all of her stamping using her markers this way. So just another way of using your markers. So we've got that much done. Well, I should have, there we go. Put a little bit of yellow in there. You can barely see it, but there we go. So now we've got it like that. It just needs a little something more. I think I'm going to spatter a little bit, which is always dangerous because I tend to be a wild spatterer. But we'll just go, all I'm doing is taking the nib and rubbing it against the, there we go. We've got it like that. I use the black, the light black, and it just adds just a little bit. So we've got this much done. We're going to do the words later because you're going to help me choose the color for the words. But let's start to assemble the card now. We have got this, and we can actually fasten this together right now. Like that, and right up to the top, and try to center it side on so the sides are even. There, that's going to be good enough for me. Now for this is going to open this way, this is going to open this way. So we want the fold on this side, so we want the glue here. And all I have to worry about is basically centering it. This is narrow enough that it's not going to matter. And oh, look at, this is really handy for getting things straight. We've got the stripes here, and it helps with getting it straight. So now it's going to go like that. So we've got that much done. This is going to go on the front like that. Now, I could have added another little layer, but I decided to go with ribbon. So I'm going to bring in a bit of ribbon here and bring in my ribbon scissors that no one can use on anything but ribbon. And let's just see here. I think just by adding this, that looks like it should be enough. I'm going to snip it like that, and then I'll trim it up. This ribbon, I believe, is coming back too. Black and Very Vanilla. It's going to stay, and I'm so glad because I use it all the time. So I want those angles to go this way. I'm going to flip it over. Do any of you kind of stew about things like the angles of the cut of the ribbon? I don't know why I even think about it. There, I like it that way. I'm going to bring my dimensionals in and just use my dimensionals to hold the ribbon down. I'll take one of the edge pieces here, just like, now I've moved it around. I think I'm just going to rest it till I'm sure. There, we'll go with that. There, that'll do, right? And we'll add a few more. Bring this in. We've noticed that the geese and the ducks are back and the ponds have thawed, so I'm sure they're busy nesting. It's so neat to see. So now we have it like that and it opens. We have to put something on the inside and we already have it made. So you can see that using full strength and the outline, it looks like that. And then without using the outline and using the second impression, you've got a much softer, really like a background water wash kind of look. So let's put that on the inside. And we can center it. Now, if you wanted, you could put a little pocket here for a gift card, but this is like this. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in and we're going to stamp hello, and we're going to put it likely right about here. So I've got two of them stamped. One is stamped in black and one is stamped in Petunia Pop. So which hello do you think works better? Black or Petunia? Purple or black? Let's go with that. Purple or black? Which way do you want to go with that? Let's just see. Purple or black? Oh, Maggie, you haven't seen too much of this. Oh, if you Google "You Are Remarkable Stampin' Up," this will come up and you'll see lots of great ideas. Black hello. Okay, black hello, it we go. I love it when you guys help me. Now, I'm not going to today, but if you wanted to make it even a little more visual punch, you could put another black circle behind it too. Well, maybe I will today. I kind of like it just peeking out. Okay, I'm going to put that on dimensionals. I should glue it together first. Just a little bit. Adds just a little bit of punch there. And we're going to put it, now it doesn't really matter where you put it, but there we go like that. Now we just need to embellish it. So you can see how easy that fold is to do. So for embellishments, I have a few choices. This is the Purple Shimmer Gems. So we've got these. We have got the little bee trinkets, which are pretty adorable. So they're tiny little bees. The butterflies would be great, but I'm out of butterflies. I have to reorder some. Or we have the two-tone sparkle gems. Let me just get it off the holder here. Two-tone sparkle gems. So we have the two-tone sparkle gems. So the gems, the purple or the bees. Gems, purple, or bees. Do you know what, Maggie? I don't know what the name of the fold is. I guess we could name it, couldn't we? We could call it the double fold. I don't know. Gems, purple, or bees. The two-tone sparkle. Okay, that's the way we will go. These are amazing. They pick up the color of whatever and add so much sparkle. I am really, really loving them. They're sort of my go-to at the moment. Grabbed the wrong tool. So let's add these. Double fold sounds good. Okay, good. We're in agreement. We will go with it. I don't know if we need too much sparkle here. Let's just see the big decision of the day. I'm going to put it down here. Put a couple down here. I'm going to put another little one on hello just to draw attention to it. Maybe I am. There, we'll put it there. So the neat thing about this fold too is that you can make it so that the fold goes this way, or you could make it so the fold goes this way, or you could make it so the fold goes this way, or you could make it so the fold goes this way. So the nice thing about it going this way is that it stands up beautifully because this layer goes right to the bottom. So you've got no problem with cards that stand up. You have room to write, and if you needed more room, you could always put some more here or some more here if you had like a group thing or something like that. So there you have it. There is the first card. I will show you more, but it's using the You Are Remarkable, and it's using the, oh, there's the $64 million. The question, what's the name of this paper again? Florals in Bloom. So there we have that one. So here we have it. I use the Thoughtful Journeys paper. So this time I have it opening the other way. And of course I use the elements of text in the background and the textured notes stamp set, and it opens like this. So you see the scene inside like that. So there is another version. Here was my original version that I did quite some time ago, and I was using the Timeless Plaid paper and my favorite keys and this kind of thing here. So this one opens like that, and I did turn this into a money or gift card holder like that. It's just so easy to do, and I use the corrugated here. When I had my keys cut out, the little centers of the keys were laying there, and I thought, hey, perfect. And I used those as my embellishments. So these embellishments are what fell out of the center of the keys. So just in case you're wondering what embellishments those were, I need to put something on here just to hold it down. There, whoops, should have got a bigger one. I will get a little more substantial block. There we go. So those are the three with that fold. Now I wanted to show just a couple more with this stamp set. So I was playing around, and here I used the Full of Life designer paper and the arches, which I love, and the same idea with the ribbon like this and then like that. So use the arch on the inside. So you're loving these, Maggie? Oh, you've just made me so happy. Excellent. They're just so doable, and they're so full of color and life. And then I did show you this one last week with the pockets. So here is the little pocket, and on here I just use the outline of the end in the background, and then You Are Remarkable in every single way. Oh, I forgot to put a verse in there. I'm going back and putting the verse in that one. I used the black embellishments here, and then for the little card inside I went like that. So just lots of fun. So let's back it up. We need to finish this off. And where did I put my words? Oh, I know. I was going to get you to choose the words. That's why they weren't in front of me. So which should it be? You are remarkable in every single way, or sometimes the simplest things mean the most, or friends. So friends are the flowers in the garden of life. So friends are flowers. So friends, remarkable, or simplest. Which verse should I put in? Flowers, remarkable, simplest. You got the tags to go after seeing my ideas? Oh, I'm so glad I could help you out that way, Karen. I'm sure you're going to enjoy them lots and lots. So which verse should I put in the card we made tonight? Friends, okay, friends, friends. I made a mistake. It's supposed to, oh yeah, friends. Okay, there it is. I didn't make a mistake. I just got rambling. So there we go. And that fits with all the flowers on this card, doesn't it? Now, did you see, because I haven't used this one, I was pulling it rather harshly. Don't. Just kind of guide it when it's new. Sometimes it's really stuck down. And let's look at what else is here. We've got the dots, we've got the bee, we've got this little here. These are nice little fillers, these ones here. So lots of fun. So let's bring that in. We will get that, and I'm going to stick with the basic gray. Give myself a bit of room here. And we are going to stamp the words here. I decided to do that because of the way I designed the card. There wasn't really room on the front, and I really liked that for the inside. So there you have it. You could always put something here if you wanted to, but I think this is sufficient. So give me a thumbs up if you think you might try this fold. Do you think it's doable? And thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for your encouragement. And I look forward to doing some more with you soon. Remember, if you want to register for my class, make sure to do so right away. If you want a catalog, make sure you let me know too, because they are in the house. So there you have it. I guess I should ask you, which is your favorite of these? So is it celebrate, enjoy, or hello? Which is your favorite? Celebrate, enjoy, or hello? That being said, as you're jotting your answers down, I'm going to say goodnight. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.